Hello everyone and welcome to game 1 between... Are we starting? Nope. Alright, game 1 between SIW and Sliveko. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this name, SIW. And SIW is the first thing that comes to mind, even though it means little or not very many in Chinese. So it is going to be VPBenq's red Protoss player over here on the top left-hand side of the map against VPBenq's Sliveko, spawning as the blue Zerg on the bottom right-hand side of the map on Antigua Shipyard. Now, Zerg versus Protoss has pretty much been well-defined in the Forge Fast expansion. We'll see what exactly Sliveko counters with in this matchup. Will he go for a hatchery first, or will he be going for a spawning pool first? Taking a look at the red Protoss player now, he is going to be scouting out in a counterclockwise direction. Perhaps there is not forced cross spawns, but I could have sworn that there was forced cross spawns, as these minerals are in fact blue, indicating that they are not the BattleNet variation of this map. Now, probes are going to be coming up the ramp. Take a look around here, and then perhaps be able to spot a spawning pool as it goes down. So far, nothing has been trained up from Sliveko. No hatchery, no spawning pool. And where is this probe, or what is this probe going to spot? Spawning pool now coming in from Sliveko. Probe just taking a look around inside here. What will he see? Sees the spawning pool and perhaps will now make his way back down over here to the hatchery, or potential hatchery, and try and block it. Now, probe will be warping in a forge first here on Antigua Shipyard, so it will be a forge fast expansion. Now, there are two variations on a forge fast expansion on Antigua Shipyard. You can either try to build your forge and wall off at the ramp, which does take a lot of buildings, or you can try to utilize your nexus as part of your wall off. If you utilize your nexus as part of your wall off, Zerglings cannot run by nearly as easily, but then later on in the game, roaches and other units can get up onto that high ground much more easily, since it is further from the ramp. We'll see what the Protoss player will be going for now, perhaps warping in that photon cannon followed by a gateway in just a moment. Meanwhile, we see oh no, unable to block that hatchery once more, and now that probe will be slipping away. Zerglings are out though, and that is 6 Zerglings, so much more than the customary 4, which is normally utilized. And because of that, these Zerglings may actually be able to slip by on the front door. Normally, Protoss players get a gateway or have a probe near the ramp to make sure that there can be an additional gateway warped in and prevent these Zerglings from getting any serious damage. Oh, it looks like no, the probe will be backing away. The Zerglings will be able to get in. I believe 2 of those Zerglings will get taken down. The Overlord, is it going to absorb some damage? No, it is not, as the Zerglings, one is picked off, a second one is picked off, but now there are 4 Zerglings inside the base, and that is going to cause some problems. These Zerglings will disrupt mining, and even if they don't get a lot of kills, will be able to deal some serious damage, because those probes will be coming off the mineral line in order to try to dance around and not take any real damage. Behind this, Sliveko is establishing up a quick third. So Sliveko has a great follow-up after all of this early pressure, and all he has to do is hold position with some of these Zerglings to get some damage in and then pull away. Natural regeneration on Zerglings does cause a little bit of a problem, as a low hit point probe is able to back away once more. Nicely done there by the Protoss player, pulling away the lower hit point probes and now trying to zap once more on those Zerglings, as now we should have a Zealot come in and deal a little bit more damage. A Zealot, really the main beefy guy that wants to take down all of those Zerglings. It looks like one Zergling does get taken down. This Zealot perhaps should not have moved back. It could have taken down another Zergling there, and it looks like we may actually get a Zergling kill. Yes, we do. A Zergling kill and a probe kill, as Sliveko does deal first blood in terms of the economic advantage. Coming back over here, Sliveko is about to establish up his third. Zerglings still dancing around. One low hit point probe does have to be very careful, as the Zerglings are chasing after it. Will this Zealot be able to finish it off is the question now, as the Zerglings still dancing around. The Zealot's not going to be able to catch up at all, as the Zealot still just trying to chase after those units. So it looks like another Zergling may get taken down, another probe may get taken down as well, and a beautiful trade. 2 probes for 6 Zerglings. But then Sliveko was able to disrupt a lot of mining and also establish up his third base. Now, a little bit on Heart of the Swarm. I did make it into the beta, but I don't have that many replays because I don't get to play nearly as much as I want to. And then I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me play, as my games are what, diamond or low masters at best. We're going to see the Stalkers and the Zealots push after those Zerglings here. The Zerglings will be retreating home. Now, I am low masters at best. I believe I got to masters like somewhere in the 25 rank when I was actively playing. And therefore, my games are not going to be that entertaining. You can see a Queen now going up against some Zealots and some Stalkers. You can see, oh, a cancellation on that Spine Crawler there, as the Queen is getting off some easy shots. Zerglings going after some Zealots. And who's going to come out here, as it looks like another drone may get taken down. A nice little beautiful split here, as the Zealot does have a good amount of kills so far. And how many kills will he get? How many workers were lost? Sliveko losing 5 workers. But overall, 55 drones to 37. Sliveko does have a very strong economic advantage, and we're seeing that. But in comes a nice round of Stalkers now warping in as well. What is going to be happening here? The Zergling is going to try to engage this lower hit point Stalker, now backing away. Beautiful micro there. The 5 Stalkers able to one-shot a Zergling. They're going to now try to head up that ramp. There is a Queen in position to try to disengage here, but there are some Roaches as well. The Roaches trying to chase after some units, and some beautiful micro, but we'll see if it's going to be enough. The Stalkers are now trying to get away. Now we see some Zealots warping in, and that could be a problem. The Zealots are a perfect tank here and a perfect shield, so it's a variation. And now just pressing out with a lot of gateways, as even a Roach is going to get taken down in transit. Stalkers engaging against a couple of Roaches. It looks like one unit may get taken down. Oh, the Stalker is low on hit points. Is it going to be able to slip away? Yes, it is. Will it be able to recharge more shields, as the Queens and the Roaches are still battling it out? More Zealots now trying to come in, but it may be too little too late, as the Roaches and Zerglings definitely have a movement speed advantage. While on creep, the Stalkers need to re-engage as well. Is there going to be enough time though? No, I don't believe so. And these last Stalkers will get taken down and cleaned up. 50 supplied to 101. The Roach is going to finish off this pylon here. The Roach is ever so strong early in the game. We are now sitting at overall unit count 50 or 60 drones versus 49 probes. And a new base needs to be established sometime soon by the Protoss player. The Protoss player nearing saturation. I believe he's already at saturation. Was he at 49? Very close to saturation. He should be trying to warp in a Nexus now. As soon as that Nexus is completed, that saturation will have been completed as well. Roaches and Zerglings cleaning up that high ground pylon, and we'll see what Slivko's follow-up will be. Infestation pit now coming in. Extractors being placed down as well. We'll see what's going to be coming on over here. Extractor. So Sliveko is running off of 5 gas, perhaps 6 sometime soon. Also establishing a macro hatch inside his base, but we haven't really seen the tier 2 tech of choice. Sliveko does have an infestation pit, and it may be infestors, as infestors are very effective with their fungal growth and their infested terrain. Pathogen glands now being researched as well. Stalkers now making a move across the map, and will they be able to deal any serious damage? Let's take a look at the overall army composition. Much higher gas for the Protoss player, but much higher minerals for the Zerg player, as we are now looking to clean up and take down these destructible rocks. An Overlord does spot all of this, as the Stalkers are now trying to back off and engage. There is a Spine Crawler here as well, and is it gonna be enough? There is also a good number of sentries, 7 sentries now going to be making their way in. And is it going to be enough? Are we going to see some force fields? No force fields just quite yet. The backside needs those force fields. And yes, we are going to perhaps missing a force field, as the Zerglings are able to make their way in. Stalkers are now doing a little bit of smart blinking, but is it going to be enough? I don't think so. That Spine Crawler dealing so much damage, finally getting taken down, but no more force fields means that the reinforcements are still coming in. Stalkers just dancing around, and there is the GG. The Protoss player losing game 1 here on Antigua Shipyard. Stay tuned for game 2.